Hello again, we're looking at another UK legal carry knife. This is the CRKT Journeyer. Now I've got the Victorinox Spartan here on the bottom and the Victorinox UKPK, okay, what I'm on about. The Spyderco UKPK at the top for comparison. Reason being is I always forget to compare the knives, and well, both the UKPK and the Spartan is a very common, well-known knife, so it's handy to compare it if you're thinking about getting the knife in question. So let's get these two out of the way. Those are just there for a rough comparison. So here is this CRKT Journeyer. This is a really decent, inexpensive UK legal option, although it is kind of an aggressive looking blade, so I would be careful where you carry it still, although it is in theory legal almost everywhere. Personally, I still rather opt for a Swiss Army knife because that blade looks far less aggressive, but that's not what we're talking about today. Like I said, we're looking at the CRKT Journeyer. So there's a lot to like about this knife, not too much to dislike about it. I mean, it's inexpensive, it's, you know, we all know who CRKT are. It's got a one-handed opening blade and I just cut myself on it, what fun. Reversible pocket clip, tip up only. It's not quite a slip joint, it's I think the correct thing would be to call it a ball joint. If you notice, there's no back spring here. So it almost looks inside there, it almost looks a little bit like a liner lock or a frame lock. It functions in basically the same manner, except that liner, excuse me, that would-be lock basically extends past the blade, and you've got a little ball on that frame essentially, which goes into a little dent inside the blade which holds it open. And also your finger lands right between the blade and the handle, much in the same way as the UKPK or the Boker Plus XS. So that makes this a fairly safe knife, although it does close really easily. Your finger should be there to prevent it from shutting. It is quite a lightweight knife. It looks quite nice, I think. I'm thinking that it's G10, I could be wrong. I'll be honest with you, I don't really pay too much attention to whatever kind of plastic the knife is made of. I only really pay attention to the handle material when it's a natural material like bone, stag, antler, wood, etc, etc. That's more of my thing, but I do like these modern, what some people call modern tactical pocket knives. Not really my thing. I prefer traditional knives and Swiss Army knives, to be really honest with you, but these definitely have their place. Now we've got a deep seat pocket clip, so that's a good thing, especially in the UK. You're not going to give anyone a fright, although if you do take this out to use it, like I said, someone's probably going to shit themselves with a knife like this, so I'd be careful about that. Like I said, you could reverse it. It's really easy to open one hand. In fact, this is one of those knives where you can basically flick it open. If you hold it here by the blade and you basically drop it, it will open very easily. I'm not going to do that here because I've got no room to do it. What kind of blade shape are we looking at here? Well, I don't really know what you're going to call that actually. Maybe a slight sort of spear point-ish shape. I don't know, I'm no expert. I mean, it's a similar shape to a Swiss Army knife, somewhat. I mean, it's obviously a lot wider. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know, honestly. I don't know. Grind. Again, don't know. Probably a whole grind. It does come pretty sharp, although I will say, I don't remember if it comes with this edge. I mean, I've stropped it a few times, so it's sharper than it comes, but it does come pretty sharp. I wish I could tell you what kind of finish that is on the blade, but I really couldn't tell you. That said, I reckon this finish would wear off pretty easily, especially if you were to use this, you know, doing a lot of hard work with it. I reckon that'll scratch off pretty easily, which is unfortunate. That's one of the downsides to having an all black knife, is that, you know, it wears really easily. Now, one of the fun and interesting things about this knife is this piece back here. So what we got here, we've basically got an Allen key. A Torx Allen key. What's this for? Well, disassembling the tool, and this for tightening up the pivot. However, it's actually got a secondary purpose, and I'm getting all covered in blood here now. Oh dear. Scotsman seems to cut his fingers almost every time he handles a knife. Anyway, this pin, this tool also doubles as a, if I can see what I'm doing here, doubles as a pen. Now that will obviously, whoops, wrong way around. Where did that go? There we go. Just get that in there. There we are. It doubles as a pen, so that cannot close. Now again, this is a UK legal carry knife. Now I'm not really sure. About this because this obviously makes it into a locking knife and arguably a fixed blade. So I'm not really too sure about this. So I'd be careful once again what you're doing with this. I certainly wouldn't use this pen in a public place where there are a lot of people around, because you know the knife looks scary enough as it is, and if you're using this with that pin in there, the police are more than likely to say, right, you've got a lock knife, you're getting arrested and charged, and well, that's no good at all. So that's basically all I wanted to say. Oh wait, actually one thing I forgot. I paid, I think I got this on sale on Hiney Haynes. I possibly paid 15 quid for it, but it usually costs around the regions of 30, and excuse me, you can get this version or you can get the partly serrated version. I actually considered getting the partly serrated version, but for whatever I went for this normal one. So anyway, that's all I've got to say. Thank you for watching.